All right. Well, that actually leads me nicely to another question I wanted to ask you because, as you know, I have been telling Republicans and conservatives for, well, a long time now, many, many months, many moons, that I don't think there's going to be a red wave in November because I think they're pissing a lot of people off with what they're doing. And in the last couple of weeks, it seems as though people have started to agree with me, to include Mr. Scott Pressler, who is one of the very, very few conservative activists that's actually doing like boots on the ground stuff, talking to real people out in the real world. He tweeted this just yesterday. I don't think there'll be a red wave, maybe a trickle, except in Arizona, Florida, and Nevada. It isn't looking good. People tell me I would give up everything for this country. Those same people won't knock on doors or become election day workers unless voters do something. I see no wave. And why this is important is Scott Pressler is generally one of the most even-keeled and optimistic people that you will meet anywhere. He never says a word out of turn. He's very, very nice. He's always like looking on the bright side, just focused on the prize. And so for Scott Pressler to tweet this out to his 1.1 million followers yesterday is a really big deal. To tell them there ain't going to be no red wave because you idiots are not actually doing the things required in order to, like, he is one of the very few people that would actually know this, but he's not the only one that's been saying this. Ben Shapiro came out and said this. There have been a whole bunch of other conservative influencers that are speaking up many months after I did to tell people that there's trouble brewing in November. Can we look and see, get an update? Will there be a conservative red wave in November?
Let's see. So how about we say, what does the outlook look like for conservatives in November?
Mm-hmm.
That'll show us whether or not there's a red wave.
Yep.
What does the outlook like for what does the outlook look like for conservatives in November? This November?
What does the outlook for conservatives look like this November?
And so I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop. No. Apparently Tim Pool is agreeing with me now. Everyone, it's funny how I predict something months ago, get called a leftist up and down for it, and now everyone agrees with me.
So, there still is stability, right? The Queen of Pentacles is interesting here because she's not particularly ambitious. It's ruled by Taurus, right? So it's all about the status quo.
Not particularly ambitious is a really great way to describe the Republican Party.
Yeah.
That's like actually like the perfect Republican Party card.
Yeah. Queen of Pentacles, I mean, she wants food in the fridge. She wants, plenty of money in the bank, but she's not, ambitious. Page of Wands. So there is some new life going up there, which is nice. I mean, this is sort of like a juvenile card, but there's fire. And then with Nine of Wands, I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle, but they do have the strength. With Nine of Wands, there is like reserves of strength that they have that they can call upon in order to reach success. Like Nine of Wands is a success card. They're nearing a completion of a cycle. I do think that it's interesting with this. So there seems to be like some new life. So the more new life they can get in there and, promoting anything that is going to get people excited. So I don't think it's as terrible as I would have thought. Like, I don't think it looks abysmal. I think that they still have a chance of doing decently.
Okay. Well, I guess
I don't think there's going to be a wave. I mean, again,
Yeah.
I do think that trickle is more likely.
Justin says the curse of the INTJ. You see exactly how things are, but people tend to be oblivious until it's too late. I think this is in reference to me predicting last year that conservatives were not going to have a red wave, and they finally caught up. It took them a year to catch up to where I was, but do you know what happened today? Like, so separate story. So I woke up today. The very first thing I saw was someone sent me a screenshot of this young guy on Fox News, and you know what the caption was? Liberal makes friends at Trump rally. They found another one. They found another one to replace me.
You've been replaced? I thought you're irreplaceable.
No,
So
I've been replaced by the conservatives. They found another lefty who went to a Trump rally and had a good time. My work is done. I am retired now. I can move on with life.
I see. Okay. Well, it will be interesting to see his trajectory.
I genuinely hope for him that he has a much easier time than I did. I
Yeah.
really do. But whatever. I'm glad people are waking up. I just thought it was funny. I was like, they literally replaced me. They found someone else. I was like, this is like the epitome of how the media works. It was so great.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
All right, let me see. I'm just going to the next question. I think I didn't skip over any, but I might have. I just want to make sure. All right. And next up we have Cindy. Cindy says, "Will the Democrats win? How will the Democrats fare in November?" I almost read that. Will the Democrats win fair in November?
I thought so too, actually.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think such a thing.
I don't know. Maybe we should psychic that too. Like but let's do this first. So how will the Democrats feel about their performance in November?
And someone stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Let's see. Democrats fair. Yeah, they're gonna do quite well. Chariot is victory. the magician.
I hope they do.
Wait. This is terribly good for them. You got the magician, which is like go, like manifesting the will. And as if we couldn't get any better.
Ten of Cups. It's Ten of Cups,
no,
isn't
fucking
it?
Sun.
Fucking Sun.
I mean, they're gonna do.
Those are like some big cards too. Those are all. This is like
3 major arcanas, and not just major arcanas, but like heavy duty. We got the Chariot, which is all about victory. The magician who wants his way and gets it, and then you have the Sun. Yikes! I don't know what you know better than I do what the Republicans did to fuck this up. But
Roe v. Wade is what fucked this all up. Roe v. Wade.
What was it?
Roe v. Wade.
I'm sure that didn't help. Yeah.
I told you so. I told you so. I'm gonna get so many fucking I told you so's in. And the sad thing is I actually want the Republicans to do well, but it's just like at every opportunity they made the wrong decision at every single opportunity, and then they like spit in the faces and insulted everyone who said you don't really want to do that and here's why. They're like, no, you're just a leftist. And it's just like, you know what, dude, I fucking told you so. You had every opportunity to change course. You refused to listen. Like,
I wonder, Carlin, do you think it could be like greed? Like, we want everybody. We want to make sure we get the fundamentalists. We want to make sure we get these. We got to get these. Like, I wonder, like, if that, because it does seem like they're just ball busting, trying to like get into like their old traditional antiquated values. Maybe like they're getting so greedy that they want the fundamentalists. They also want the new conservatives. Like, I don't know what they're doing, but yeah, they gave this. They like just handed it to the Democrats.
They really did.
I have never seen such positive cards for
man. Well, I want to follow this up though, because we both thought that question was different than what it was. And of course, all elections are completely fair and there's never any cheating involved. I don't know why we would think such a thing, but if there was going to be cheating involved, will the Democrats cheat in November?
And I'm going to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
They don't have to.
They don't have to cheat. They don't fucking have to cheat. God.
They've been very goal-oriented. I mean, in Knight of Swords, they got their shit together. I think that the Republicans, and again, like, who knows? Maybe this is part of Trump. Maybe Trump really fractured the GOP. That could very well be what wound up happening here. But they're goal-oriented activity, right? So we got 3 birds here. Oh, here they are. So they're all going in like the same direction, right? And at least the Democrats are aligned. And that brings you, blessings with Ace of Cups. and like they get to go the traditional route.
Oh
They don't
my
have to. I don't think they need to
God.
treat. They're just, doing what you need to do. Getting their energies together. I mean, they're just better organizers. I think that the Republican Party is definitely fractured, and I don't want to blame Trump for that, but I think that it's clear that he's a huge part of it. Do you think that I'm right about that? That like Donald Trump, essentially him being involved with the GOP, that fractured the Republican Party, and that's why they're in bits and pieces and not united and not doing well?
I think that no, I don't think so. I think they're pretty united behind Trump, if I'm honest about it. But like I think the problem is that they're being led by awful influencers who are saying to them, morality is all that matters. All that matters is saving babies, and then they're pissing on everyone who came to vote for them in 2020. And like this going after Roe v. Wade thing, I've said it a million times. It was the dumbest thing they ever did. They lost as soon as they brought this case. It didn't matter what the outcome is. They were going to lose one way or the other. And it doesn't even matter that Roe v. Wade got repealed, which is the result that they wanted. They pissed off a lot of people. And they didn't listen when people were saying, you're going to piss off a lot of people if you do this. And they didn't listen. They were like, babies mean more than everything. And then they were spitting in the faces of like everyone who came into the Big Tent to vote for them in 2020. And it's just been like, it's been such a giant shit show. And it's so disappointing. Wow. Maybe we're both wrong, but I don't think we are, but we're going to see. Multi-Drider says, just curious, if you are wrong with the outcome of the midterms, what will you do, as in be disappointed or eat your words? By the way, I'm neutral on your opinion, so please don't ban me. No, I'm not going to ban you. I only ban people when they're being a dick. If you're not being a dick and you're asking an honest question, I'm not going to ban you. What will my reaction be if I am wrong? I will say that I'm wrong, and I will say that I was happy that I was wrong, and that is the genuine truth. If I don't want Republicans to get their, well, I'm of two minds about it. Part of like from a realistic standpoint, it would be ideal if Republicans did not get their asses handed to them in the midterms. I actually think that's a more ideal solution for the country. The problem is that they have done nothing to earn victory. In fact, they have done everything to earn the ass kicking that I think is on the way for them. And so I would be thrilled beyond measure if I was wrong. I would say I was wrong. I would be really happy to be wrong. I just don't think I'm going to be wrong, because every single thing the Republicans have done has told me that they do not want to win. They do not want it in any way. The reality that we will experience will be the sum total of our contributions. If what you are contributing is just like really shitty political strategy, spitting in the faces of people who have helped you, telling them we don't want your votes anyway, saying it's just about babies. That's all we care about is babies. We don't care if we never win an election again. If that is the way that you are going to handle winning elections, you do not deserve to win. And so I would be thrilled to be wrong about the midterms. I don't think I am. And, that's just the way it goes. Joshua, what do you think?
Well, I think that it will say that the people have spoken, like whatever winds up happening. And clearly, I mean, just from a logical standpoint, like, we have much more left ideology, I think, worldwide than we do, canceling Roe v. Wade, which is completely ridiculous. So no, I'm very detached from like this stuff. Like, this isn't really my playground. Like, I'm good with interpersonal relationships and one-on-one, so it's not my thing. If I'm wrong, hey, I'll be fine with that. Like, I've been wrong before. I'm sure I'll be wrong again. I don't think it would really bother me one way or the other.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, we just got a couple more.